Hey guys, welcome to another video. On this episode, we'll be talking about the recent news regarding Airbnb and them filing for an IPO. Hey guys, welcome to this channel. If you're new here, I'm Romel, and on this channel we talk about all things related to finance, investing, and building wealth. We discuss mindset, strategies, techniques, and resources to help you in your journey to build wealth. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. We produce new content every week. Alright, so there was some big news regarding one of the oldest unicorns in the industry, and that's Airbnb. Airbnb is known for their rental home properties that allow users to list their house and other users to reserve it. However, there's another side to the business that we'll be talking about that you may not know of. Let's talk about this IPO. An IPO is an initial public offering, and that's when a company goes public, allowing consumers to buy shares into the company. And these shares get sold for a specific price. All that information is still confidential because on the article that got released today, it says Airbnb filed for a confidential IPO through the Securities and Exchange Commission. So there's no details yet on price and any of that financial data. However, let's talk about Airbnb as a company. For those that don't know what Airbnb is, it's basically a listing service. It allows one lister or user to list their house, home, or property to another consumer for an extended period of time. So for example, if I want to put my house or my room on Airbnb, I would have to set a specific price. And I think there's some verification steps that are needed from Airbnb to make sure that what you're listing is legit. However, aside from the regular tier of Airbnb, there's actually two higher tiers. One is called Airbnb Plus, and the second is called Airbnb Lux. And those are for people that are looking for a more premium experience. According to the website, Airbnb Plus is a selection of only the highest quality homes with hosts known for great reviews and attention to detail. Every home is verified through an in-person quality inspection to ensure quality and design. So that's the next level up. Obviously, this probably comes with a premium price. But if you're really looking for a nice place to stay and for, a verified lister, then Airbnb Plus is what you'd want to look for when you're looking to rent. All right, and let's talk about the highest tier of Airbnb, and that's Airbnb Lux. So Airbnb Lux has a couple of differences. It's the same thing. You get people that are able to list their properties to have other consumers rent it for a certain period of time. However, the size, scale, and price of the Lux properties are definitely a lot more expensive. And with that premium price tag comes some differences. On their website, it says these are expertly designed, state-making homes with exceptionally styled interiors, luxury amenities, fully equipped to meet your needs with ample space and privacy, custom itineraries. Your trip designer can plan every last detail to make sure everything is just right. 300-point inspection. Each property is verified for pristine condition and maintained meticulously. Effortless arrivals. Private airport pickup and in-person welcome, and a home stocked of some of our featured add-ons. And lastly, tailored services. From personal chefs to massage therapists, a local team of professionals has you covered. As you can see, they offer some nice perks when you go with the Airbnb Lux tier. All right, aside from renting properties, what else does Airbnb do? Well, they have something called Airbnb Experiences. And more recently, they have something called Airbnb Online Experiences. What this is basically a way for a person to book an activity. So Airbnb Experiences are anything from cooking to horseback riding to comedy shows. And it's basically something that you pay for per person. So it'll say, for example, Airbnb Magic Show is $20 per person. Now, with the recent, health crisis, I think they introduced Airbnb Online Experiences, which are basically online activities that you can purchase. For example, one thing that I saw today was, same thing that I mentioned earlier, the Airbnb Magic Show. And according to the reservation tab, it looks like one of the shows were sold out. So it does look like people are purchasing online experiences. However, in digging more into this business, I couldn't really find any numbers or metrics with how successful the online experiences was. So that's one of the things I'm going to be looking out for, is some of the financial information once Airbnb goes public. Those are two of the business lines that Airbnb has. Now let's take a look at some other metrics of Airbnb and what I think will be an economic indicator. The first one I'd like to look at is open jobs and careers. As of now, Airbnb currently has 75 openings for positions with Airbnb. Of those, a majority of them are in their San Francisco office. So although some companies such as Airbnb have gotten hit with some hardships due to this global pandemic, they are still hiring new talent. The other metric I'd like to discuss is the TSA checkpoint travel numbers for 2020 and 2019. This is an indicator of how many people are traveling within the United States. I couldn't find a number or a metric that discusses whole world travel, so this is really just localized to the US, but it's a good thing to see and a good thing to know. As of August 18th, they currently have around 565,000 people traveling. And the reason I look at this number is that most people that are traveling need a place to stay. So they're either going to go to a hotel, go to live with a relative, or they're going to use an Airbnb rental. While this isn't an indicator of them actually using Airbnb as a service, it is an indicator saying that people are traveling. So within the past month, there have been fluctuations of the number of travelers. It's been anywhere from like 550,000 all the way up to 850,000. So there's a good amount of people that are traveling now as compared to the number back in April when the health crisis was at its peak. Although, to give you a comparison of how many people were traveling back in 2019 before this whole pandemic, there was 2,250,000 people traveling. So it has seen a major decline. The number of people have been reduced to less than half of what we were seeing in 2019, but we are slowly seeing some traveling recovery. And then the last and I think most important metric to talk about is their valuation. So the Wall Street Journal currently valued the company at around $18 billion, which is not as much as in their peak, which is $31 billion in 2017. So that's a big number. Obviously, they took a big impact with this whole travel restrictions and limited contact of people. So when the IPO does come out, that's one number I'm going to want to look at to see how they're doing financially. All right, so does it make sense to invest in Airbnb right now? Well, the answer is, for me, I wouldn't. And, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. Do your own research, but personally, I'd like to see some more financials to understand how the company's doing, and what type of plans and strategies they have moving forward to get back to their original valuation at $31 billion. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. A lot of people are impressed. They're riding on their laurels. They're one of the biggest unicorns out there. They're one of the biggest home renters without owning any property. So they are a good company. I'd say that if it weren't for the pandemic, I'd say, go in and invest. But right now, there's a lot of uncertainty with real estate. Some of the other REITs aren't seeing some good returns. And that's just because, there's limited mobility and limited people traveling, renting, and, leasing office space. So although we are recovering, only time will tell. For those of you that are bullish, that think that the economy is going to recover, or for those of you that are looking for long-term positions in Airbnb, then it probably does make sense. Right now the economy isn't doing too well, but we're slowly getting to a sense of a new state of normalcy. So we'll have to see how Airbnb reacts to that, and Airbnb and the rest of the real estate market. All right, guys, that's what I have so far. There's a quick overview of the company and some metrics that you guys should know and some numbers that you should be aware of when looking and understanding Airbnb as a company. Let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you're going to be investing in? Does it make sense? Are you guys bullish or bearish in the company? The article said that they are looking for an IPO date sometime in August. So we only have about 2 weeks left. So if they are going to IPO, it's going to be sometime soon. Let me know what you guys think. Is there any other information you have at Airbnb regarding Airbnb that you think I should look at? And if so, please leave a comment down below. Guys, thanks for watching. If you'd like to connect with me on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, I'll leave links in the description down below. Also, if you wouldn't mind, please smash the like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate the quality of content we produce. We're a new and growing channel, and anything you can do to support us is greatly appreciated, such as subscribing. Also, if you haven't checked out one of my other videos, I did a collaboration. So that's another thing that I just want to throw out there. If anyone's looking to do any collaborations, feel free to DM me or email me. I'll leave my email in the description as well. I love the engagement. I love connecting with, my peers on social media. So just let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one.